Ta-da!
I mean, for a take, that was pretty good. Every single Sunday, you have the opportunity to worship as a family in the sanctuary. We also see significant value in age-level worship. So as 2021 begins, we will plan a balance of the two shaping rhythms for our families. In 2021, about once a month, we'll have a family worship service. Let's be all on the same page about what this phrase means.
The phrase family worship means that kids ages 3 years old and older will be in the sanctuary worshiping with their families. Elementary and early childhood worship will not be held on these Sundays. The only age level specific worship available on those days will be for nursery age kids.
Yeah, so about 5 months of the year, family worship will intentionally be on the first Sunday of the month so that our families can experience communion together. On the other months throughout the year, Family Worship Sunday will be on a holiday weekend that may not fall on the first Sunday of the month, such as Easter or Memorial Day weekend, those types of things. Family Worship Sundays will be announced in the weekly Kid News email, so you can check it out there. Worshiping with our families is something that is sometimes really hard, and it can make us forget why we even do it.
But we believe we are here to worship God and to be shaped into God's people, to be shaped by God. And worship isn't completely about us as individuals. It is about God and what God is doing and shaping us as God's people. And yes, absolutely, we as individuals are encouraged and strengthened and empowered to share hope with the world during worship. But more important than that, we come together to worship God, and God is shaping all of us together.
When we worship together, there are some really important things that are happening, things that are life-changing. First, your children get to see you worship. You are teaching them what it means to follow and to worship our God, and that is a beautiful opportunity.
We get to teach our kids that when we have a bad week, when we're frustrated, or when we're tired, we can still choose to worship God. And when we use our voice, joining the voices and the music of the congregation, we are together creating something beautiful for God.
Not only do we get to see you worship, they get to see other people who might worship differently than you. I am not a drummer. However, one of my sons, Elijah, plays the drums, and he gets to see how drummers use their gifts and use their passions to worship God. We're also being a part of a different kind of a world. I mean, where else do families gather like we do? Maybe a Royals game, movies? Well, nowhere now because of COVID. But where else does a junior in high school follow the actions of a 10-year-old? Where else does a 50-year-old man allow a 6-year-old to announce that Jesus is here when we light the Christ candle? We are in a different kind of a kingdom, and when we worship together, we live out that kingdom.
And when we worship together, we are doing something so special that it doesn't happen anywhere else. When we worship together, kids will learn and grow a lot, as this is also their time to worship God with us. Kids are not simply bystanders in this service, they are participants. Active participants, and we encourage you to encourage your children to worship, to participate. When the congregation stands and sings, encourage them to stand and sing or play the drums or the piano on the back of the seat in front of them. For many years, I watched my dad play his imaginary piano on the back of the row in front of him during worship, and that's one way that he engages in worship. And in the last few years, I've noticed myself doing the same thing at times.
When we're praying, and I know sometimes I'm praying too long, so you can kneel down next to your child and pray some things that are specific for your family at those times. But our children are praying at those times. When we're reflecting and receiving communion, our kids too are receiving the grace that God is giving to us.
Now, that all sounds and truly is beautiful, but let's think about our expectations. Are they realistic, what we're planning? Can your 3-year-old sit still for an hour? Can your 7-year-old go without talking for 2 seconds? Can your child understand every word of the sermon? Can your child read along to all the words of the songs? I don't expect that.
And neither do I. Kids are going to talk during the service. Hey, we as adults, we talk during the service, but we don't need to shush our children. We can tell them to speak quietly, and that is absolutely good to help them understand that God is teaching us. And when we encourage them to speak softly, we teach them to participate, to ask questions about what's going on, to be mindful of speakers and those that are around them.
Also, worshiping alongside our kids takes time. Everything won't be perfect this time, or next time, or ever, and that's okay. Because when Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them," he didn't add on the condition of making them little adults. He just left it at that. Let them come. Let them come as they are. Let's sit together at the feet of Jesus.
Now, it may be that you know yourself and your child well enough to know that you would benefit from a worship buddy. A buddy, someone to sit in your pew, to sit with your family on family worship Sundays, and to model, encourage, engage, partner with you as you worship. It doesn't have to make you feel like a bad parent. I think that's wise. We think that is a wise way. We're the body of Christ. Let's worship together. Let's invite others to pour into the lives of our children. A different voice is often helpful for our kids. So let us know if you're looking for a worship buddy, or perhaps you don't need to speak with us first. Perhaps you would just find that worship buddy yourself. We're very excited to find this new worship rhythm in 2021, to worship together as families and to worship in our age level specifics.
We love you.
We are proud of you.
We are thinking about you.
And we are praying for you a lot.
Ta-da!
I mean, for a take, that was pretty stankin' good.
You know what we should put at the end? We love you.
I know. I couldn't get the beginning. Wait. No, we're good. We'll just cut it here and then flip it and do the thing. So we can just do that.
Do you know the thing?
We love you. We're proud of you. We're thinking of you and praying for you a lot.
Yeah, I think we're proud of you is third. Is it we love you, we're thinking of you, we're proud of you and praying for you a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, we love you, we're proud of you, thinking, praying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You say we love you.
Okay. Friends, we love you.
Try it again.